GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
I really want to look at the French fries, but should I?
The first bite I had was a French.
That's true.
Okay, I'll eat one. Don't let me eat more.
A few minutes later.
What do you call Ajay sir, by the way, at home?
A lot of people call him Raju, so I call him Raju.
They have always been so friendly more than anything else, you know. Even when I do something wrong or they want to try and make me understand something, it's a very friendly approach. So I think for me is my family.
There's a very iconic scene from Bhagam Bhag where Govinda is explaining to the cop. Have you seen that scene?
Yes,
As a kid, I had learned that whole thing and I used to be able to say it.
Did you always want to become an actor, like from childhood? Because you spoke about childhood, you spoke about friendship. Did you always have an inclination towards acting?
I've grown up watching music videos and movies, and it used to just be ongoing in my house. I used to look at myself and, you know, perform and do Ada and all.
Ajay sir actually said a lot of things. He said I will never see this in front of him, but he's worked really, really hard.
Wait, he actually said that?
Yes, he said that.
He's never told me that.
He never complimented you in front of you.
No, like I think when he saw the film, he gave me like a good job.
That's the
Good job, bro.
Good job.
I actually was shooting while I was doing my 12th boards.
Yeah,
So, yeah. Not Uyi Amma. Uyi Amma, I was giving my first year college exams. Uyi Amma, mom's very excited about. Papa, although, is very like, yes, it's good. It's a good performance by you. Recently, my mom has been making me listen a lot to the Bhagavad Gita. There's this one line where Krishan ji is talking to Arjuna. And he talks a lot about how you do मेहनत and कोशिश करो, मेहनत करो और फिर उसके आगे जो होता है वो आपके कंट्रोल में बिल्कुल नहीं है. तो जो होता है, why you overthinking that already when you don't even know what's going to happen?
Well, usually when I do an episode of Table for Two, we set up a table for two people, me and another person, but today is special because it's going to be table for three. The show is called Table for Two still, but it's a table for three. And two people who are joining me are actually going to be welcomed into the industry. Everybody's talking about how they look on screen, but I'm just going to tell you that I've met them twice before. And privilege or not, they really are grounded, simple and relatable and very, very, very kind individuals. And that's how I'm going to introduce Rasha and Aaman to my conversation only on Galatta India.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
For doing this, for having food with me.
This is something
It
I'm going to have so much
tasty,
fun
bro.
doing.
Yeah.
Chalo, lovely.
Let's go.
Usually क्या खाते हो आप लोग मतलब?
I think यही चलता है. Salad तो पता नहीं, but sandwiches, burgers, pizza हो जाता है.
तो मैंने अपना डोडा लाया है क्योंकि I'm a little bit on a diet. So
What is doda, by the way?
Doda is, at least in my house, it's made with jawar, a little bit of kanda and thoda sa chili. It's healthy. It's good.
It's like a Sindhi dish, but it's like a version of a paratha.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Little bit.
Koki paratha.
Kind of.
Koki
Kind of
also
on that.
is,
Yeah. So I've been having it since I was a child, and it's very healthy for you. So I've been having it.
Oh, lovely.
I'm digging it now.
Yeah.
Please.
Please. If you
Come
want
on,
to
eat.
start, you can also start eating.
Everything looks very interesting.
Yes, you can start. मुझे सिर्फ ये जानना है कि you guys are vegetarian, non-vegetarian, eat everything. What is it?
I'll eat stuff from here. I
Same.
really want to look at the French fries, but should I?
The first bite I had was a French fry.
That's true.
Okay, I'll eat one. Don't let me eat more.
Don't let
Hello.
you eat. We are gonna force you to
No,
eat
just
more.
one.
Why are you
You
on a
gotta be
diet?
careful with a heroine ka diet, bro. Always.
Why? मतलब,
Little careful होना चाहिए बस.
you are careful with your diet? I have seen
No, like,
you.
I'll tell you. See, how much ever I eat, I don't put on. Now I'm trying to gain some muscle.
Which is great.
So I need to eat as much as I can. Yeah.
That was me 7-8 years ago. अभी मुझे लगता है कि मैं कुछ खाऊं ना खाऊं कभी ना कभी मुझे लगता है कि बहुत ज़्यादा water weight आ जाता है. And then I'm like, it's not healthy, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I should like lose weight, which I shouldn't technically.
Please don't lose weight. You're so thin and fit anyways.
Listen, I saw this amazing video of you cooking with Ajay sir, where you were talking about mutton that is made at your home every Sunday.
Correct.
So you come from that like household where there is mutton every Sunday. Is that what you guys love eating? Like, how is the usual Sunday lunch? Like, what do you guys have?
So usually the entire family meets on Sundays, morning to night. So one meal is fixed of mutton, whether it's lunch or dinner. वो होता ही होता है. And uncle cooks. I've tried to help him sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe after that show, I've gotten better. And we also love Chinese, like a lot of Chinese fans in our family, food fans.
So you've tried helping. What do you call Ajay sir, by the way, at home?
So he's a lot of people call him Raju, so I call him Raju Mama.
Raju Mama.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you call Raveena ma'am Mama?
Mama.
Okay.
Hmm.
But now I want to come to this, that, when I saw the promo, we had seen the teaser. I think 2 months ago, we had seen the
Yeah.
teaser, and we met and we spoke. The trailer gives a very different perspective. It speaks about a lot of things. It speaks about bonds, friendship, love. If you had to define friendship and love in your life, how would you define it in today's time, especially?
Friendship and love.
Take it away.
Because you don't know the answer.
ऐसा नहीं है यार.
For me, friendship and love is my family.
Oh, how sweet.
Because I love them, and they have somehow, even though they're my mama or my papa or my dadi or my dada or my nani, or my nana before he passed away, they've always been so friendly more than anything else, even when I do something wrong or they want to try and make me understand something, it's a very friendly approach. So I think for me is my family.
What about you?
Yeah, I think definitely family. I think the word love screams family. It's always about that kind of, what are these looks you're like?
No, she's like, stop me from eating
Acha, the
french fries,
fries,
that's why.
Okay. No, definitely family. But I also feel like friends matter a lot. I feel like the kind of company you keep defines what your expectations from the world are. So yeah, I think friends and family.
So who are your friends? Do you have friends from the industry who are already
Am
there?
I your friend?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah, of course you're my friend.
Oh.
Why would you ask that?
I don't know.
Known me for 3 years now.
Yeah, who all are your friends then? Apart from you, for each other.
I think, usually what happens is you've got friends in the industry that are like work friends. Whether it's film or whether it's any career.
Are you saying I'm a work friend?
No, not you, Baba. Generally, I'm saying. We to work
Guys.
together, na, obviously.
You just said work friend.
I'm talking about industry friends.
Hmm.
And then you also have your set of school friends who you've been friends with since you were a kid, and you can't underestimate the power of that friendship also,
That's
because
true.
they've been there since day one, bro.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah.
What about you?
But you are not eating.
I will eat.
What?
I'll eat paneer.
Hmm.
Because बहुत ज़्यादा healthy है, but I'm actually eating a
It's
lot of...
tandoori paneer, yeah, yum. ये French fries बहुत
You
yummy
guys
है.
have also not eaten,
I've been eating fries.
ऐसे चीटी की तरह you've taken that one small bite. If I show the doda, this is called, no?
Doda.
The चीटी की तरह जो आपने
Because
खाया
none of
है,
you all were eating. I was like,
Yeah,
नहीं
he's not
खा
eating.
रही
No,
हूँ.
I
not
wanted
eating.
some water. I've called up.
He's not eating. I love the fact
We
that
shouldn't
people-
have eaten lunch right before this.
I had told them, excuse me, that let's do this during lunch. But tell me something. When you guys were debuting, when you guys were even doing this film, did you always want to become an actor, like from childhood? Because you spoke about childhood, you spoke about friendship. Did you always have an inclination towards acting?
So for me, it's always been a love, the art part of it. I've grown up watching music videos and movies, and it used to just be ongoing in my house. And I would try and copy, in the mirror and, do the same movements that I would see on TV, whether it was reality shows or the newest songs or whatever.
Yeah.
And for me, that passion and love for performance, whether it's music, art, theatre, kind of grew from there. So when I was young, I know this sounds a bit... a little weird, but it is. I used to look at myself and, perform and do Ada and all. So all that I used to do.
On which songs?
Anything. My favorite song was All Is Well. So I would, so I would try and do CT, and there's a video of me trying to do, and I would do like this, all is well. I would just do random steps. Then there's that one song again from All Is Well, only na 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 na. What is it? Na 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 na. Chahe kitna dam banaye.
I know the tune, but I don't know the song.
All Is Well, the movie you're talking about.
Okay.
That one.
I'm not remembering the name. Haji.
Yeah, not All Is Well.
Sorry,
All Is
from
Well is
Three
another
Idiots.
song.
Sorry, my bad, from Three Idiots. But trying to remember the name of it, but that was my favorite song. I would do twirls on it, and I would like go around. I would be like, and I would do like this, and oh God, why am I? Please stop me from talking.
No,
guys.
please stop.
Yeah,
We love
so-
people who talk.
Talk a lot, but yeah. So there are videos of me just looking at myself and dancing and twirling around and picking up my dogs like Simba, and I don't know what was going on, but I just love my work.
What about you?
Yeah.
I think same for me. I mean, obviously not dance, like doing a dance and all, very different perception of cinema. But I feel like growing up, the environment was such that you're discussing films at the dinner table when you're with family, you know, on set. You're seeing, you get passionate about it, and it's like a process. You know, it's not like one specific moment that okay, now I want to be an actor. You're just seeing it as a child, as an innocent child. That oh, what is this creation? And I used to see Uncle in films, and you know, I used to just be like, hey, why are you wearing different clothes now? As a baby,
Yeah.
I used to never understand like you know the difference, and I don't know, just seeing scenes, even like there's a very iconic scene from Bhagam Bhag where Govinda is explaining to the cop. Have you seen that scene?
Yes,
Where
of course.
as a kid, I had learned that whole thing and I used to be able to say it. So I think just moments like that, and then you reach a certain age where you feel like, okay, I really feel like I want to work towards this, and then you go for it.
But पढ़ाई में कैसे थे? मतलब how studious were you guys?
94%, 10th grade, #ICSE.
No, I was also pretty much very into my studies. I actually was shooting while I was giving my 12th boards.
Yeah, this.
So yeah, not Uyi Amma. Uyi Amma, I was giving my first year college exams, which I have one more term coming up. So, but yeah, so
So you're gonna finish your studies.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like not leaving it at all. So I'm doing business management because I want to learn that side also. So I want to be aware, you know, of what's happening to me. What you need it. It's basic.
Absolutely,
you need it.
You need it.
It's needed. So yeah.
And you also finished your studies?
So actually, I was 2 years into business school when Azaad started shooting, and I was doing that side by side. But luckily, the college that I was with, they're very understanding when it comes to gap years and stuff like that. So you can resume and finish your last and complete it whenever. So I'm gonna get into that this year.
I'll tell you something. So I think it was Shaitan, the Shaitan teaser, and we had gone to office to watch it. Your brother was there, and your uncle was there.
Dan.
Both of them were there, and we were talking about you. And I asked your brother that why did you not like act? He's like, no, I always wanted to get into the business
He
side.
gets that a lot though.
Yeah, like a filmmaking side of films.
Yeah.
And Aman kar raha hai na, Aman, he's doing it. And then Ajay sir actually said a lot of things. He said, I will never say this in front of him, but he's worked really, really hard.
Wait, he actually said that?
Yes, he said that.
He's never told me that.
That's
he
what
said it to me, but I
happened.
will never tell
know,
him
but
in
he'll
front
never
of,
tell me that.
Yeah, he never complimented you in front of you.
No, like I think when he saw the film, he gave me like a good job.
That's
In his
the
voice.
Good job, bro.
Good job.
Did
But
Raveena also watch
he's
it?
very limited with
Yeah.
his.
No, but that's the same for me also. My mom and dad. Good, you've done well. Yes, okay.
Bas itna.
You can work on this and you can work on this, but overall, good. Bas.
Bas
Very,
itna.
very. Uyi Amma, mom's very excited about. Papa, although, is very like, yes, it's good. It's a good performance by you.
I think because they know like what it takes
Yeah.
to really make it. And one film isn't enough, you know.
Of
It
course
takes
not.
a lot of
100%.
hard work over years and years, and
Yeah.
they've
Absolutely.
done it. So they know how much to pull our string
Yeah.
to get us to that
No, but
point.
you know,
And it's out of love.
actually, I'm so grateful for that attitude that I get. Because it's like, you know, sometimes you feel like, why are they not saying nah? I tried, I tried. Why are they not saying good? But I think it's so amazing that that's how they're bringing us up,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
in a world like this where there's social media and everyone's, aspiring to be something, it's very easy to get swayed
Yeah.
with everything that's going on around you.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have someone who's really just trying to forcefully put your head back on your shoulders, it's very easy to fall into that trap.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're actually being like that with us, I'm actually really appreciative of it, because it's actually preventing us from entering that.
I think it's the highest form of love.
Yeah.
That they can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's the highest
But
form.
I think we should be eating.
I have been eating. You all
Nah,
stop.
there-
So then
Can you please replay and show her that she has eaten? Like, why don't you focus on
So
that?
what have you eaten?
I had like 3 pieces of paneer, which is more than
I had 5 pieces of French fries, even though none of y'all stopped me.
you had. Only 1 piece of French fry.
I've snuck in
Extra.
5.
If someone wants to eat French fries, no one can stop them.
Yeah,
It's like addictive.
it is. And I
You
like.
know what?
coming
Actually, the
from-
salad is also quite tasty.
Yeah, you should eat it. I feel.
My
Quite
doda is
tasty.
my scene.
You know, they talk about privilege.
Hmm.
And that was also possibly something that everybody was scared about when we came for the teaser. I think that ran in your heads also, that what will
For
people
sure.
say? Because of late there have been a lot of chatter, noise, trolling with anybody who's linked to any of the film families, right?
Mhm.
What kind of fears did you guys have, that what if you don't live up to audiences' expectations? There'll be questions raised, right?
Right.
Did you have that while you were also like prepping to get into film industry and while you were shooting for the film?
So I don't think I thought that far during the prep phase, but when we came for the teaser, as you said, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how any of these things had, like, they work. But it's nerve wracking. You get
Yeah.
nervous. It can really
For
take a
sure.
little bit of a thing on you, but it's something that you just have to take to your stride and just kind of work even harder. I think that's about it. There's nothing more.
Yeah, I think, during the prep, luckily we weren't thinking about things like that.
Yeah.
We had a lot of work to do. We had to completely switch our personalities. For the characters, we had to change our dialect completely. We were doing a period film. It
Yeah.
requires a lot of authenticity because you can't mess around with
That's
things
true.
like that when you're playing a character. With a director like Abhishek Kapoor, you gotta be on the game. You can't mess around with that. And I think at the teaser launch and even the trailer launch, we've been nervous. I think we're still nervous.
Oh,
Right now
I
also
think
we're
I'll not
nervous.
stop being nervous. Yeah, that's not something I see in the near future. But it's okay.
I
But
think
the
we
comments
just
are actually very good. Like I've been calling you and telling you, and I've been telling your mum also that have you read the comments? Because I think that's also something that no matter what people, it does concern your family. Like eventually everybody has parental and it's human instinct to like
Yeah.
protect your family members.
Correct.
The comments have actually worked out in your favor. Like if you go and read, a lot of people are saying that finally we have people who are representing, who come from film families but are doing well and they deserve to be here. Like nobody can question a Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt, right? But
Correct.
there are many people in between who've been questioned for just coming from a film family and not being able to deliver.
Correct.
Do you have that set in your head? Like, this is where I shouldn't be going wrong, because you slip and they'll try to like
Yeah.
For
pull you
sure.
down.
That pressure will always be. Then it'll probably be double for us because even if we slip on one end, we will be scrutinized for it. But like you said, no one can question a Ranbir Kapoor or an Alia Bhatt because of the kind of talent they bring.
Absolutely.
And I don't think the audience will ever question talent in any industry, whether it's film, whether it's tech, whether it's anything. If you're bringing something to the table that people are enjoying and people are loving, you will never be rejected. It's just about talent, always has been.
So for me, my thought process on that is a bit different in a way where, of course, audience is king. They decide everything at this point. So if you're likable, you're liked. If you're not, you're not. There's nothing you can do about it. But for me, I've actually said this in an interview as well. At our trailer launch, I mentioned this, that recently my mom has been making me listen a lot to the Bhagavad Gita. There's a very nice podcast that I've been listening to. And there's this one line where Krishnji is talking to Arjuna. And he talks a lot about how you do mehnat and कोशिश करो, मेहनत करो, और फिर उसके आगे जो होता है वो आपके कंट्रोल में बिल्कुल नहीं है. तो जो होता है, why you overthinking that already when you don't even know what's going to happen? So all you do is you work hard, you try your best, and if it works out for you, it's never a guarantee that it's going to work out, and that how hard you've worked on it. So there's never a guarantee whether it's going to work out or not. But that's not something that you can control. You can't change destiny. So if Krishnji clearly said that you work hard, and what happens ahead of that is something you have to leave on Kismat and on Bhagwan. So that is faith. That is just some faith that I have that, hopefully it's gonna happen for me.
Absolutely.
It's hope. It's faith.
Yeah.
Very well put.
Yeah. But at the same time, there are certain pressures that you have to give in to, like you have to do things. Everybody around you gives you different kind of noises. There are different kind of noises today, especially with the younger generation, like where I remember this interview with Tabu ma'am where she told me, and it was for a film that she did with your uncle, and they both said that, you know, हमारे टाइम पे हम लोग जीप लेके निकल जाते थे, बालों पे ऑयल लगा के एयरपोर्ट चले गए because टाइम नहीं मिला कुछ करने को, किसी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. All they cared about is the trailer, the songs and the posters maybe, and come to the movie and whether they liked it or they didn't like it. But today there's so much added pressure that you have to look a certain way, you have to look a certain way at the airport, while coming out of the airport, while going to the gym, while, you know, there's paparazzi culture. Does that ever get into the space of art for actors? Do you feel like a lot of that has taken over art, especially when the demands are like that?
I think definitely it has. I feel like it has also taken over the aspects of the business.
Yeah.
Because I feel like why are the 90s actors still ruling?
Yeah.
It's because you never got a chance to see them. You want to see them,
Yeah.
you had to buy a ticket and see them, which is why their aura and their stardom reached where it was. And
Absolutely.
today with social media, that's not the case.
Look at
But
Ranbir Kapoor. It's the same
not
thing from
sure.
his
yeah,
generation.
exactly. But again, I feel like Ranbir was
Yeah.
launched before the Instagram
Yeah.
era. So he was, I think, lucky in that sense. Not to take away from his
Absolutely,
performance. I'm the biggest
absolutely.
Ranbir fan. I've said it in every interview. I'm like the biggest Ranbir fan. But I think you're trying to understand what I'm trying to say is that the visibility sometimes starts affecting the business.
Yeah. But do you have those kind of pressures as well? Do you sometimes feel like, no, why is it like that?
So, of course, mom also tells you a lot of stories about how she used to go to college and everything. And lucky for me, while I was still in school, the pap culture wasn't as prominent as it is today. But I feel like, of course, times change. Things evolve, whether it's for the better or for the worse. So I think you just have to accept that. And this is what it is now. And you have to cater to
definitely.
that.
You got to fly
There's
with
nothing, you have to, use it with all its power and strength. And whether it's about paps or social media, I think even with social media, it's very easy to get swayed. It's very easy to get swayed.
True.
Because when sometimes there are people who have lots of followers and they think, I am it. But social media is only a small part of this industry.
Yeah.
It is a part, I would say it's a part, because now it's become a way of communication or conveyance to the audience. But I think whether how many of followers you have on social media, if you're not performing the way that you should, it can't help you really.
Absolutely. But I just want to tell you this, that a lot of people actually sitting behind screens, they have an opinion because they don't get to meet you in person. And I really, really wish that everybody who thinks and has an opinion which is a little negative without meeting, they should hold on. Everybody has an opinion to like your performance or not like your performance, but I hope that the personality attacks on social media should stop. And saying that, I also want to tell you that I'm way older than you guys, but I've also...
Doesn't look like.
No, it is,
I was
it
just gonna
is.
say.
And I've also crossed a certain age where both your families have been extremely kind and accepting towards a person like me when I didn't even have that position. And it needs to be said aloud, because that is why possibly that you also hold on to... Yes, when you talk about privilege, you will definitely have the privilege of the goodwill that they have created. And I will always be there to protect you guys. And I'm not going to lie on camera saying that, oh, I'm a media person and I'm going to be fair. I am a media person, but I'm still going to be protective about both of you. Thank you so much for doing this. And I hope that this movie does wonders, because it's Gattu's film, and I know that Gattu will never put his faith on somebody he didn't believe in. So thank you so much.
That's
It's
so
really
sweet.
sweet.
Aww.
Thank
So sweet. Thank you.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.